Hey guys, this is Light, and I'm going to be crafting some Wyvern mats, and I'm going to explain what I'm looking for and what's worth upgrading. So first, let's go through what kind of gear we're looking for. So of course, we're going to look for gear with high speed so we can put it on our units that we want to take first turn with. And we're also going to look for tank gear, which is gear that has a lot of emphasis on HP and defense, and some speed as well. And we're also going to be looking for Soul Weaver gear, which is basically the same thing but with ER as well. And we're also looking for debuffer gear, which is gear with, tons of speed and effectiveness because we want to be able to land our debuffs. And if your debuffer does damage with bombs or burns, etc., we'll also want attack on them as well. And we also want DPS gear, of course. So like we want gear with attack, speed, double crit. And to a lesser extent, we'll try bruiser gear too, but unfortunately bruiser gear on speed set is pretty bad. Because almost every single bruiser, their best in slot gear is a Banshee set like Destruction, Counter, and Lifesteal. Emoshu is basically the only bruiser whose main set is speed because she really abuses the speed you get from it. And pretty much bruiser gear is going to be placeholder gear until you speed set bruiser gear is going to be placeholder gear until you get your best in slot Banshee set for whatever unit. And that's perfectly fine. I will most likely not really touch bruiser gear because, it's kind of a waste of gold at this point. So yeah, let's get into it. But oh yeah, actually, so my main actually doesn't have any Wyvern mats, so I'll be doing this on my new account that I made a few days ago. And it doesn't have too much gold, so we'll end whenever I run out of gold. So for deciding what slot we want to craft, if you're not a new player, and if you aren't, I'm not sure why you're watching this, you can just craft whatever slot is your slowest speed, but if you are a newer player, I highly recommend crafting weapons or armors, and this is because weapons do not roll defense, they don't roll defense percent, they don't roll flat defense. And armors, they don't roll attack, so no attack percent, no flat attack. But helmets roll everything. So that means that it's much easier to get a good sword or a good armor because the substat pool is smaller. So yeah, I highly recommend crafting weapons and armors, and then using your epic craft on speed set helmets. And disclaimer, when you're crafting Wyvern mats, it's good to have 0 expectations. If you're crafting your mats, you have like 100k mats, you're gonna be like, oh man, I can't wait to get super fast speed gear. Well, stop that. Speed is very fickle in this game. You could be very lucky or you could be very unlucky. You could get like a 20 speeder in like 10k mats, or you won't find one in like 100k. So best not to go in with expectations, but I feel like on average for every like for every like 30 to 40k mats you should get a 20 speeder, so who knows, it's all luck, it's all luck. So yeah, let's get started. This is a fresh account, so I'm just gonna do the swords and armors 50-50. So yeah, let's get into it. So we're chasing speed, right? We're pretty much gonna select everything that doesn't have speed. So it's this is probably the worst part of the game. speed checking all these purples, and okay, I know I know a lot of people will say like, I only speed check 3 to 4 speed on speed set. Don't do that. So getting speed in this game is about being lucky or just upgrading a lot of stuff. Like you either get lucky or you just upgrade so much stuff that you get the speed eventually. I will upgrade 2 speed purples that are on offsets. And think about it. What is the difference between this sword? Like imagine I plus 3 this sword and it gets 4 speed. And then I plus 3 this sword and it gets 2 speed. There is no longer a difference between these swords, right? So yeah, with that said, I will be upgrading anything that has speed. Because to craft Wyvern, you have to be very cope. For lack of a better word, you have to be very cope. My mindset is, if it can be 20 speed, I'm gonna upgrade it. So yeah. And then, of course, we're gonna check out all the red gear. So this red gear, this is not very good. Like it has effectiveness, but it also has ER and crit chance. Like the substats don't make any sense. So my rule of thumb, or my rule is like, I want gear that has at least 3 synergistic substats, because I can mod the 4th substat to make it perfect. But this isn't anywhere close to being like, you know, good, because you know, if you're using this for a debuffer, it only has effectiveness and attack, but it doesn't have the speed. It doesn't have anything else. If you want this for a damage dealer, it only has crit chance and attack, but it doesn't have the speed or crit damage. So yeah, this piece serves no purpose, so we're gonna trash it. Then we select everything that doesn't have speed. So let's see. Effectiveness, HP, ER. So you can argue that there are units in this game that want both ER and effectiveness and HP. Like what's her face? Like the yellow angel girl, Angel of Light. But it's kind of unnecessary. I think it's pretty cope. I wouldn't upgrade something like this. Let's see, we have attack, crit damage, HP, and ER. So normally when I see attack, crit damage, and HP, I think bruiser. But we have to think about the context. So we're crafting speed sets. We don't want bruiser gear on speed sets because it's easily replaceable. And this thing realistically can only be a bruiser piece. So I'm not gonna bother upgrading it. And of course everything else is an upgrade. Crit sets are really good on speed units, and so are hit sets. So yeah, they're easy upgrades. Not a very good start. Okay, let's see. Alright, here's a piece that fits the 3 substat rule. So we're looking for, so this has speed, it has crit chance, it has attack, and then it's only missing crit damage. So we want to dodge ER, and then we'll mod in the crit damage. But also it's a speed piece. This piece can end up being 27 speed, so yeah, we're gonna upgrade it regardless. It can either be DPS or it can either be a speed piece. And then yep, we're gonna highlight everything that doesn't have a speed sub. Nothing special. I'm just gonna highlight all that and sell. And I'm not gonna lock gear because If it makes it to the inventory, it's worth upgrading, and then after I upgrade it, I'll lock it if it's good. And we have no synergistic stats right here, and it's on hit set. If it's on hit set, we typically want hit set to have speed, attack, and effectiveness, typically. And oh, here we go. So this is the perfect tank or support piece. This is actually best in slot stats because, you know, you can't get defense on it. HP, speed, and ER, perfect. And don't be fooled by the low equipment score because flat stats drag down the score, even though this is best in slot. Like this is pretty much a 30 something to me. So very nice, very nice. And I'll craft a few more and then upgrade things. Alright, let's see. So we have hit set with... So by default we're gonna upgrade this because it has speed, but also it does have the 3 out of 4 DPS subs. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, we're mostly upgrading this for speed. Did I miss anything? Nope. Highlight everything with no speed. It's very sad to not see any red gear like consecutively. Press 3 times, no red pieces, fantastic. Okay, what's this? So, very nice. We have a pure DPS piece, we just have to dodge flat, but it's also a speed piece, which is very nice. And effectiveness, ER, HP. Crit chance on crit set. Nope. These stats have no synergy together, so we're gonna dump it. Let's see. Attack, crit damage, double HP. This is a bruiser piece, and we are not interested in bruisers. And also, most bruisers don't even use speed, or most bruisers can't even use crit set. Let's see, we select everything with no speed, and goodbye. Oh, my inventory is full. Okay, I guess we'll start upgrading. So for purples, we upgrade until it can no longer be 20 speed. So if this misses speed, we will just move on. And if it has perfect starting stats, see, okay, so this rolled 3, so that means it can end 21. And if it has perfect starting stats, like all max roll, and like you keep max rolling it, I'll consider it. Even if it doesn't roll speed. Okay, no speed. Yeah, this is the worst part of E7, by the way. Alright, here's our pure DPS sword. Okay, so it can be 22 speed, but it also rolled damage. I have a rule called the forgive one rule, where basically, if you have a piece of gear and it has 3 really good substats, but 1 bad one, it's okay if it rolls into the bad stat once. Because like this can mod to like 14% attack and then it's not that bad. But I would only mod it if like the other stats were even worth it. But honestly, this isn't really worth it. Like this is 6 out of 8, this is 3 out of 5, this is 11 out of 14, and then you have to mod, you have to waste a mod on it, and it's not even on speed set. So for all those reasons, I will not be continuing this, even though it can still be decent. Just too much of a stretch. Oh yeah, we're just gonna check these speed pieces. Okay, so that can be 21 speed. Okay. Okay, we're looking at 22 speed. We're looking at 22 still. Can I get a 14 here? Nope. And we're done. So this is a bruisery piece that could be pure DPS, but it's on hit set. I don't really care that much about it on hit set. I'm only looking for speed realistically. And for red gear with speed, we always go to +6 because, like, you know, if it misses the first roll, then you know it's still fine. So like if it hits the second roll, then you can keep going because this is still 21 speed potential. And then yeah, we're kind of done. Not too interested in that. It's like, you know, DPS on hit that's kind of whatever. It's just PvE gear that I have so much of already. Okay. Okay, we're looking at 22 speed. Nope. Okay, these speed checks are getting annoying. I'm just gonna do the red ones. So this is pure this is tank and support, right? So ideally we're gonna dodge the flat HP because flat HP is lower value than all these other stats, but it's still best in slot. We just don't want to roll into it. Okay, that's very good. That's very good. Like a very nice slow weaver piece already. Okay, not bad, not bad. Very good. Okay, great. That's pretty good for any slow weaver with decent speed. That's actually really good. Very happy about that. And if it's good, we're gonna lock it. Yeah, screw it, I'm skipping to the red pieces. Okay, so this is gonna be pure DPS, right? We rolled to +6, we didn't hit the speed, so we can no longer be 20 speed. But it's pure DPS. However, this is 6 out of 10. This is 11 out of 16. It's a very low roll. So I'm not too interested in it because like the free gear that they give you is better than this. And I'm gonna be honest, I hate speed checking. You guys kind of get it already, right? Like purple gear, you roll it to +3. You roll the purple gear to +3, and if it hits speed, you keep going. I'm just gonna dump the stupid purple gears in here for like a rainy day, and I'm gonna go craft some more. Not because I'm lazy, but because this is a more efficient use of the video time, right? Like screw it. Anyway, anyway, let's craft some armors. So armors are slightly different because we don't roll any attack. So our pure DPS on armors only needs to have double crit, right? Our pure DPS on armors only need to have crit chance and crit damage to be considered pure DPS because we can mod in the speed, and I'll find an example surely. So here we go. So this is so both of these have potential to be pure DPS. So if we only roll into the crit stats and then we mod in speed somewhere, it's pure DPS. And if it doesn't roll into the crit stats, it's a bruiser piece, in which case I don't care about it, but we have to roll it anyway because pure DPS gear is pretty nice. And of course we're gonna save all the things that can roll 20 speed, because you know, why else would you farm Wyvern? And let's see. So I hate flat HP. when it's coupled with an offensive stat. Because like you can argue that this is like a Soul Weaver piece that has HP, ER, and defense, and then we want to mod this to HP, right? But then it's not really best in slot because we don't have any speed, which is a shame. And like I don't even want to upgrade this. Like it has low starting rolls. We have to pretty much mod the crit chance, and we're stuck with flat HP, which is not best in slot because we want speed. Like this is missing HP percent, this is missing speed, so we can't be best in slot, and it's low starting rolls, so the odds of this being good are extremely low, so I'm not upgrading it. And of course, this is a very nice debuffer piece, effectiveness and speed, and on hit set, very nice. Then we're gonna select everything that doesn't have speed. Like realistically, we only inspect a piece if it's red. We just have a speed check here. That's fine. These stats aren't really synergistic. Crit chance has no business here. Flat HP is not best in slot. So yeah, just a speed piece. Hit set with no speed. It has crit stats. It has flat. I feel like flat HP is like the killer. It's like the killer of a lot of these pieces. But like yeah, no synergy, so we're just gonna dump it. Then we highlight everything with no speed, of course. See, this is a bruiser piece, but again, we're not interested in bruiser gear. And oh yeah, so basically, I didn't explain this very well earlier, but like speed plus 1 crit stat is also considered pure DPS, because if you only roll speed and crit chance, then you can mod in crit damage, and then you're pure DPS, right? So technically this is pure DPS potentially, or speed, and this is also pure DPS. So yeah, sorry, I didn't explain that very well earlier. So yeah, we're gonna sell those. Reached the limit. Okay, let's check out these red pieces. Of course, we're going to plus it. Double low roll, and it's on the. And we don't care. It's like, you know, double low roll, and we don't care for bruiser gear. So yeah, we're only looking for speed and crit chance here. Let's see what we got. Crit chance and defense. We don't care for bruiser gear. But I mean, like, it's crit chance, so technically you can use this with destruction set, but also there's probably a better best in slot. There's probably a better 2-piece, most likely, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Okay. Wait, I'm not upgrading purples. Okay, let's go. Let's see. Can we roll speed? Okay, 22 potential. Okay. Alright, here's our debuffer piece. I only want to roll these two. Okay, 24 speed potential. And we're done. There's no salvaging this. I wouldn't want to waste a mod gem on it at all. Nope. Okay, 23 speed potential. Oh, whoops, this is purple. Sorry, that's muscle memory. Okay, let's see. And here's our potentially pure DPS piece. So, let's see if we roll. Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice. Okay, here's our pure DPS piece again. Okay, we don't care because we don't care about bruiser gear, and we're going to. Sorry, so I'm gonna sell the pieces I upgraded, but I'm gonna I'm gonna dump the speed checks in here because I don't care about them. Or rather, I'll do it. I'll do it on my own time because the speed checking is very repetitive and you don't really learn anything from it. So yeah, I'll do the speed checks on my own time. Uh, let's try to get a tank piece or something. Select everything with no speed. Effectiveness, speed, defense, very nice debuffer piece. Effectiveness and speed, another debuffer piece. Speed and effectiveness, another debuffer piece. These are very common, by the way. Okay, there's my pure tank piece. So this is on the low side, but I'm gonna upgrade it anyway, of course, because it has speed. And like low starting rolls can be salvaged by high rolls, so it's fine. See, HP, defense, flight HP, crit damage. So this could be bruiser, but honestly, I really wanted to dodge. I really wanted to dodge crit damage. So when it's like this, HP, defense, and flat HP, this is like this can be a pure tank piece, and I'm gonna mod the crit damage to speed. Like I don't care that it doesn't have ER. This can be pure tank with speed mod. So yeah. No synergy. Speed substats. Oh yeah, I'm just looking for pieces that we can you know, learn from. Okay, I got like nothing. Alright, let's see. So here's just a speed check. Yep, and it's done. So here's my pure tank piece. I want to dodge crit damage, and then I want to mod this stat to speed ideally. Okay, well we hit both the stats I don't want, so I don't really care about that anymore. By the way, keep in mind that this is a fresh account, so my standards are quite low. Okay, we double min-rolled speed, but that's so fine. That's so fine because this can still be 22 speed. Okay, we triple. Okay, we quadruple min-rolled speed. Like it started 2, it rolled speed 3 times, but you know what? It can still be 20 speed, so we keep rolling. This is a joke, right? Okay, this is a complete joke, but I'm gonna. Oh my god. Okay. Well, it can't be 20 speed anymore, so I'm gonna stop rolling it. Like, so here's my tank piece. That could be a Soul Weaver piece. We're hoping for just speed or very high rolls. Okay, it can be 21 speed, so let's keep rolling it. There we go. It can still be 21. Can we see a 13 here? Oh my god, we going all the way? Okay, well, it's still a decent piece. Cause like I can mod the flat HP to HP percent, and then this is gonna say like 90, 96 or something. It is definitely a decent piece, and I am pretty happy with it. So yeah, let's lock that. Dude, what the heck is this? I'm just gonna keep this as like a trophy. Okay, we have a nice debuffer piece. Let's see if we can dodge. Okay. I don't mind rolling into effectiveness. Having high effectiveness pieces will be very useful. And debuffers being slightly tanky will be useful too, so I will accept the HP roll. I just don't want crit damage. And honestly, yeah, pretty decent piece, but I'm not gonna finish this because I'm low on gold right now. I'll come back to it in the future. We're just gonna lock about it and we're just gonna lock in and forget about it. Okay, very nice, max effectiveness rolls. So we just want this to not roll crit chance, and it is golden. Okay, I'm gonna finish this because I like it. I really like this. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Holy moly! And then we're gonna mod the crit chance out to probably like HP. I know gear score nerds will tell me, well, if you mod the defense, you can be 102 equip score. Well, I don't care about that. I want functional stats. So of course we're gonna mod the crit chance out. Cause like, you know, debuffers don't care about critting. Then let's upgrade this. So another debuff piece. Okay. And we're going to go dump our stuff in here. So we're gonna sell the bad pieces. And we're gonna dump the speed checks in here and never look at them again. This UI is so confusing. I'm still not used to it. Then we're gonna sell these. And then back to crafting. Let's go a little bit more into armors, why not? We sell everything that doesn't have speed. So this is either a bruiser or a pure DPS or a speed piece, but we don't care about the bruiser part, we only care about these two stats. I look forward to rolling that. So this is going to be a tank piece because there are some tanks that wouldn't mind a hit set. I want to dodge the crit damage, of course. This is honestly a really nice piece. I just wish it wasn't on hit set. Like speed set would be great, but its hit set is also fine. There are plenty of tanks that would like some effectiveness. Nothing wrong with that. Let's see, we have pure DPS potential. Effectiveness doesn't really have that much synergy with crit stats unless it's on a PvE unit, but again, we have lots of PvE gear that, you know, we were given for free, so I don't care about this kind of piece. This piece has no synergy, like F, ER, crit chance, no synergy, it's a dump. Let me save everything with speed. What do we have here? Speed and effectiveness, very nice. Also, some debuffers would like ER, so ER with effectiveness is not the end of the world, but you also kind of need speed with it. Yeah, we just have some speed checks. Two speed, yup. Oh, here we go. We got a tank piece, or like a soul weaver piece. We're gonna want to dodge flat HP on this kind of thing, and if not, I don't mind this dodging ER. Like just rolling HP and defense is also very nice. I don't mind that if it dodges ER, then it will be like a pure tank piece. But even then, it's most likely that this flat HP is getting modded out if it doesn't roll into it. So we have an actual pure DPS piece that has all three of the stats. And we have a potentially pure DPS piece. Yeah, that's very nice. Very, very nice. See, we have just a speed check, honestly. The only good stats here are HP and speed. And we have a tank piece on hit set again. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, let's see what we got. I don't like this UI. So we want to dodge crit dam. It's high roll, so I'm gonna forgive one. So if on the next roll I get like speed or something or HP, like I'll just mod this to like effectiveness or something. So I'll forgive one on this. I'm not forgiving two though. Like we have our speed check here. I don't really think there's any value in a piece that's like high HP on hit set right now. Like you can compensate arrow well, but I'm not too interested. But honestly, I kind of like pieces that only roll into one stat, so I'm gonna +9 this just to see if it keeps rolling HP. Okay, we're done. That was kind of a waste, sorry. And then we have our potentially pure DPS piece or just speed. Yeah, we are not forgiving that. Alright, here we go. We do not want an ER roll no matter what. We do not want an ER roll. No okay, that's fine because it rolled speed. We can be 22 speed. Okay, goodbye. Alright, here's our tank piece or support piece. Please, if you're gonna roll flat HP, please dodge ER so that I can at least mod the ER out and make it like a tank piece or something. My bad. Sorry for wanting. Sorry for asking for anything. My bad. Alright, let's see if we can hit the okay, well we don't get the effectiveness or the speed, that's unfortunate. Okay, can we get some effectiveness or speed? Okay, very nice, very nice. We got 23 speed here. That is not nice. I'm pretty much done with this. Alright, can we dodge crit damage? Okay. Okay, very nice, very nice. And this can still be 21 speed, so we have to keep going on it, unfortunately. And we're done. So this is our potential. So if it dodges crit damage, it can be a tank piece. But if it dodges HP, it can be pure DPS. So let's see. Lots of potential. Lots of. Oh, okay. Okay, it's a tank piece. It's a really good tank piece. It's a really good tank piece. It's an acceptable tank piece. Okay, I'll take it. Tank pieces with like mid speed. They're very nice. I'll take it. Very nice. I quite like that. Okay, where is it? Yeah, I like that. I like that quite a bit. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, HP and defense. Except this is on a crit piece. Like this is on a crit set. I'm not putting a tank on a crit set. Okay, well that's that. We're gonna sell the upgraded things that we did not lock because they are garbage. And then oh what? How did I miss these? And then we're gonna send these purple speed checks to the Shadow Realm. because I am too lazy to do them. Sorry, I'm not too lazy to do them. They're just a waste of time because like you guys already understand how they work. Well then, okay, I feel like I have a bunch of armors now. I feel like I have a bunch of nice armors, but I only have one sword. So let's go back to crafting swords. Wait, what kind of sword do I have? I have a Soul Weaver sword, but I just rolled like a bunch of nice armors. So well, three. But okay, let's go back to crafting some swords for balance. Let's see. Oh yikes! The crit stats with double effect. Yeah, no, not interested. Okay, so if this was like a piece of Banshee gear, I'd say just dodge effectiveness. Well, no, it's not passable for speed set. And this is HP effectiveness, but it has ER and flat, so this can't be best in slot. And unfortunately, it doesn't have speed. So yeah, not anything special. Let's see, we have attack and we have attack, crit damage, and ER. Again, if this was a destruction set, I would be down, but there's no speed set damage dealer that wants ER. Like, those are all destruction sets, so I'm not down for that. And here we have a speed check. It's the perfect tank substats, but it's on a crit set. So realistically, we're only gonna upgrade this for the speed. Unfortunate. Okay. Yep, just for speed. Okay, we have potentially a pure DPS here. Pretty nice. I would like a sword with effectiveness and speed. I would like some debuffer gear on a sword. But if not, that's okay too. I'll get it eventually. See, this is just speed because the substats are unsynergetic. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh my, we only got crit stats. Come on, man. Okay, well maybe this will roll speed. Nope. Okay, here we go, pure DPS. I have a forgive one rule. Okay, here. Let's go one more. Let's go one more. Three max rolls will save this. Okay, so like I could forgive one, right? And just mod this to like crit chance. Or just use it on like a PvE unit, but like it's like double low rolled now, and I don't really feel like wasting my gold on it, so we're gonna pass. Okay, we missed the speed. Here's our perfect support piece on the wrong set, unfortunately. Okay, it can be 23, so we continue. And it is dead. So we're gonna sell all of these and then dump these. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh wait, I'm running out of gold. I'm running out of gold, so I should epic craft the helmet. So the good thing about epic crafting is that it's always an epic piece of gear, and you can choose the set. Always choose speed set. Speed set is the only thing worth choosing here. There's no argument. It's always speed set. All right, let's see. Okay, we have a support piece. HP, defense, ER. We want to dodge flat. Very nice. And again, if it makes it to my inventory, then I'm gonna upgrade it. Okay, we have a speed check, but also effectiveness is very nice, so is HP. No synergy. Effectiveness, like absolutely no synergy here. Goodbye. Attack, HP, effectiveness, and flat attack. It's way too low roll and there's no speed. Not too interested. If this said like 8, 8, and 7, like I'd consider it, but no. Way too low roll and lacking speed. It's pretty whatever. Defense, ER, flat defense. I don't like this kind of piece because it doesn't have speed and it doesn't have HP. HP is probably one of the most important stats in the game for a tank or support piece. If a piece doesn't have it, it's a shame. And double a shame if it doesn't have speed either. So I am not interested. You have defense, attack, effectiveness, crit chance, no synergy. For sure you have attack and effectiveness, but the other stats are whatever. Like defense is whatever. I wish there was speed on here. I'm not interested. Effectiveness, health, crit damage, flat attack, no synergy. No, not even a bruiser piece. Nope, not interested. Defense, double F, crit chance. If you haven't caught on, double F plus a crit stat, it kind of kills the piece. Goodbye. HP, effectiveness, double flat stat with no speed. Yeah, not too good. Alright, well, you can kind of argue that like HP and effectiveness is fine. You can kind of argue that HP and effectiveness is fine. But also, there's no defense percent and there's no speed. You can kind of argue it if you roll a lot of HP and effectiveness, but no. That is too much of a stretch for me. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, that is too much of a stretch for me. Crit damage, crit chance, health. So this could be a bruiser piece, or if we we can mod we can mod health to attack percent, and then it will be pure DPS but with flat attack instead of speed, which is passable. Definitely passable. Defense bruiser piece, not interested at all. Speed, effectiveness, attack, perfect. Speed, defense, crit. It's a speed check, whatever. HP, defense, flat defense, beautiful. We need to dodge crit damage. Beautiful. Only thing that could make this better if this crit damage was speed. Absolutely fantastic. Crit damage, attack, so this is gonna be pure DPS, mod out the flat defense, potentially, but not that good. Defense, HP, flat defense, great. It is slightly low rolled though, but we can just fix that with high rolls. Now let's see, can we max roll defense and HP? Very nice, very nice, very nice. Can we do that again? Oh, I'll accept one flat defense roll. Flat defense is not that bad of a stat. actually really good for some units. Okay, 2 flat defense rolls. I'm gonna I'll hold on to it, but it's not that great. Okay, can we dodge flat defense here? We go straight into flat attack. I'm not very desperate, so I'll just leave it there. Yeah, nah. Okay, so this is probably the best piece we got, right? Or one of the best. So we need to dodge crit damage because we have no interest in bruiser gear. And we can forgive one. We can just forgive one. Oh. I don't want to forgive it anymore. Okay, if I'm desperate to gear like a defense scaling bruiser, I'll just have that just in case. Okay. No speed, no bueno. So we're gonna let's see. Can we get speed and effectiveness? This is pretty whatever. This is honestly so whatever. But I'm gonna go one more time because maybe high rolls will fix it. Never mind. Okay, so here we go. Potentially pure DPS. I don't want this to. Oh, sorry. I should have just +3 this. Okay, we'll forgive. We're fine with one roll into flat attack. Okay, we're not fine with that though. Yeah, not the pure DPS I was looking for. Like, here's a speed check. Effectiveness is very nice though. Okay, we're looking at 20 speed potential. And now we're not. I don't want to forgive anything here because like it's too low roll. Alright, here's our potential pure support piece if we dodge the low roll and hits the stat we don't want. I am not interested anymore, sorry. Okay, so that was a complete dud. Yeah, that was not the best. So I'm down a bunch of Wyvern. I'm down like almost 20k Wyvern mats and 10 million gold, and I have a graveyard. Or not really a graveyard. I have some speed checks here. Oh no. But anyway, I think that is it for this video. Hopefully you got a good idea of what to upgrade, and yeah, thank you for watching. Hope it was helpful.